So let's just make sure you sat down for this, because Autoload is on console. So we start off with 3 mods by Giant Software that arguably should have been in the base game. So we'll take a quick look at them anyway. So this is the Kverneland Ecomat, 11.86 megabyte on the down low. It's going to be found under plows. It's going to require 220 horsepower from your tractor, 3.5 meter working width, 7 mile an hour working speed, 35 grand. You then have the option of designs. You got your standard Pacomat on the sides. I was going to do a bit of cultivation at the same time, and then back to your standard. We then got the OXBO 6030, 54.67 megabyte on the download. Obviously, this is going to be under Grape harvesters, 164 horsepower engine, 3,100 litre capacity, and a 4 mile an hour working speed with an 18 mile an hour top speed for 215 grand. If you go for the multi-row sprayer version, all right, fair enough. You've got the harvester version, so that's obviously going to hold the capacity. Then you've got an overloading harvester, so if you don't want to store the stuff in there, you will need to run a trailer by the side. Then back to the multi-row sprayer. Then you've got your Trelleborg, Mitas, Vredestein, and then back to Trelleborg on the tyres. And the last one from Giants is going to be the new Holland CR10.90 pack, the 82.07 megabyte on the downloads. You've got the harvester itself, so 700 horsepower engine, 18 mile an hour top speed, and 14,500 litre capacity on the grain tank. Starts off at 628,500, although that does mean that you need to have the wheels. No, always go with the tracks. You then got the option of configuration, so you've got design 1, number 2, number 3, well, that's just changing the top. It's not actually changing the capacity, but okay, fair enough. Then you got your Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Continental, Mitas, Vredestein, and back to Trelleborg. Obviously, always go for the tracks. I mean, the twins look all right. Tracks always better. And as part of this pack as well, you've got 2 headers. You've got the first one, which is the Varifeed 41 foot, 12 meter working width, 6 mile an hour working speed for 117.5 grand. I mean, you have got the option of rim colour on the support wheels. It's going to do that. Or you can have the Draper header, the old 3162 Superflex Draper 45 foot, 13.7 meter working width, 6 mile an hour working speed. And again, rim colour to change up. Now we got those out of the way, onto the real mods for the day. So we got the solar fences. This is my hot online team, 13.6 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under fences. Now, these are interesting because obviously you drag them out like a fence, and you got gate versions in all of them. So whichever one you go for, you obviously got section 1, you drag it out, no problem, or you go for section 2, and that's going to be your gate, no problem. And they're going to give you a little bit of cash. So we get a little up close look to it. You can see it there. They're made of fence well, the fence panels are made of solar panels. That is all right. I mean, you come up to the gates. Obviously, I'll put them the wrong way around. We'll do it that way so they don't open up into me. There you are. And obviously, you've got your matching fence panel as well. You've got a shorter one. You've got a, shoulder height. And we've got ones with a little bit of wood on the bottom. So we'll open up that side. Then we've got the black versions of the one with the wood on the bottom. So open up that like that. There we are. Then we've got wood on the bottom and wood on the top to finish it off. I mean, to be fair, a fence is just to give a little bit of a barrier to your land. Why not put something down that's going to give you a bit of cash as well? Oh, that's all right. Next up is Wooden Toys Workshop. This is by VX Mapping, 5.85 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, on the production chains. Now, it's going to cost you 20 grand to place down, and you can be making some. Well, let's face it, we'll go inside because this door, as I've already got open, does open. You can be making some toys. Yeah, the old collectible. Obviously, they're not going to be collectibles. They are going to be just for aesthetics. But once you're inside, I mean, this looks ace. Little woodworking shops. You got your production chain menu just there, so you can make creation of sculptures, toy manufacturing, and then toy manufacturing again. So your creation of sculptures is going to need your wood. You got your toy manufacturing. You can make those out of planks, or you can make it out of wood as well. If you are making them out of wood, whether you go for the sculptures or the toy manufacturing out of wood, you are going to get some wood chips out of it as well. Now you've got your pallet spawn point just there. There we are. There's your sculptures out of wood. And there's your toys. Can we pick them up? No, 260 kilos. Right, fair enough. So your loading in point's just there. I mean, you can do like I've done. I've just placed a tree down in the old build mode and just chopped it down straight into there. No problem. And then obviously your wood chips are coming out of there. Oh, fair enough. Why not indeed? And next up is Granny's Farm Shop. This is by Omatana, 7.51 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them first off under sell points. Now I've got two different versions. They're both going to cost the same. They're both going to work the same. But the first one is an empty shop. So when you put your stuff in, obviously it then starts to show. So if you've only chucked like pallet tomatoes in or whatever, it's only going to show tomatoes. If you're the type of person that just likes to see a nice full farm shop straight away, well, you got that one there. Again, 25 grand to place down, same price, and it works just the same. And then we then got this. So obviously, you know, if you don't want to sell it all off at once, maybe you want to, you know, ease it in rather than just going a one and done job. Yeah, you've got this this Bale and pallet storage as well. It's going to hold 50, and obviously you load in and load out at the front. Now I've got my pallet of tomatoes. Let's because currently obviously it's all empty. All these tubs are empty. Fair enough. So we'll put the tomatoes in. Let's see how it goes. So we've got 1982 pounds for the tomatoes. They've gone straight in the middle. Jobs are good. And now obviously, you know, some people might not like the empty style of it. Well, you got this one that's got the old inside. Everything's there. I mean, it's like everything. Oh, fair enough. Then you got your pallets, Bale and pallet storage just there. Load in, and then obviously you take it out at that point. That is great. I mean, obviously that one's more interactive, so you might come to the shop and think, whoa, we're missing a load of stuff. It might give you the incentive to get more done. Oh, that's ace. Right, next up is Grape Juice Production. This is by Johnny X Pro, 13.06 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under production chains. Now it's going to cost you 180 grand. A little bit different. Yeah, all right, fair enough. So you've got your production chain menu just here. Now, it's got the same standard recipe, so your raisins and your grape juice. But you are going to get some grape processing waste coming out the other side, so a little bit of a byproduct. And you've got your pallet spawn point just here. So we've got our raisins. We then got our grape juice in barrels, because, you know, why not? And then coming around here is going to be your loading in point just there. I mean, to be fair, obviously that's where the hatch marking area is. I got a pretty big loading in point. I think I like dumped it into the ground there, so that is all right indeed. I mean, I like that as well. Obviously grape juice coming in some barrels. Oh, fair enough. And before we finish off on this one, obviously if you want to get your, grape waste, grape processing waste, bring a trailer underneath the pipe and sell it off. Job's a good one. And next up is Soap Production. This is by Sonic and Conharic, 54.35 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under production chains. So first up, we've got the small salt marsh just there. We then got the medium salt marsh. We then got the large salt marsh. We then got the road salt production. And then once you've made some stuff, you can then sell it here. So obviously, this is going to be under your sell point. So there we are, 35 grand. It's called Salt Merchant. But you can sell pretty much everything there, which is always good. Now, obviously, you're going to be making a bit of salt, and all you need, we'll just jump over there, because why not? Click into the, actually, where is the production chain menu? There it is. Walk right past it. You're going to need water. That's all you're going to need for the initial salt marshes. What you're going to get out of it is coarse salt, fine salt, and flour of salt. So we've got a pallet here. So that's going to be your fine salt. You then got your taking out point of the others just here. So you are going to need a trailer. But all right, fair enough. Then we'll come over to the medium one. Again, obviously this is produced a lot quicker. So we've got our fine salt just there. Jobs are good. Can we pick them up? No, we can't. What's that weighing? It's saying, 1 ton. Right, no worries. Obviously you load your water in there. You got your taking out point for the other salts just there. The big one is going to be the same. So you got your pallet spawn point, you got your loading in point, and then obviously you got your taking out point and your production chain menu. And this, very loud. I must admit, it is very loud. So your loading in point's just there. Come around this side. Maybe I should turn it off. That might be a better idea. So we'll come around here. You got your taking out point just there. That being said, what was it in there? I'll just turn it on from the main menu. That looks like we can go inside, but no. No, we can't. You've got your production chain menu just here. Let's turn that off. That's a bit better. Yeah, that's very loud. Now, you're going to need your coarse salt, which you're going to get from, obviously, your facilities. And you're going to need some water. You're also going to need some road salt additive. And I'll put my teeth in. And you're going to get that from the shop. Now, obviously, you can come down to your mods and DLCs if that's easier. Or it's going to be under pallets for you. So you can buy your road salt additive 1,000 litres at a time. And then you can buy them 8 at a time. Well, as a maximum, 8 at a time anyway. And obviously, that's going to be making your road salt. So whether you put it on, you know, a piece of equipment and then do a bit of salting, or whether you just sell the stuff off, entirely up to you. Because obviously, you've got your sell point just here. Chuck it all in there, make a bit of cash. Why not? Right, next up is Woodchips Storage. This is by Dogface, 7.19 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under silos. Now, it's going to cost you 100 grand to buy, and it's got a capacity of 550,000 litres. Now, obviously, you chuck your stuff into there. We'll come around the back, and that is going to be your taking out point. But, I do like the animation on it all going in. So, obviously, we'll get into the tractor here, and I'll back it up. So you dump it into the old, what is it, blower unit, whatever you want to call it. It's then going to suck it all up and then dump it in the middle of the shed. That's awesome. And then obviously the fill plane just gets a bit bigger and bigger, spreads out the more you dump in. And obviously you come around the other side and then collect it all up. Oh, that is ace. Right, next up is Liquidfertilizer Herbicide Production. This is by DS Power, 9.31 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under production chains. And that's going to cost you 40 grand to place down. And you might need something a little bit different. Now, to be fair, this is really loud. I haven't even got this turned on. Yeah, okay, so you've got production chain menu just there. Loading in point and then taking out point just there. So we go into the production chain menu. So we've got the options to make herbicide and liquid fertilizer. Then you're going to need water and weed free to be making your herbicide, and you're going to need water and nutrient salt to make your liquid fertilizer. Now, to get those, you can obviously go into the mods and DLCs or the shop, whichever one you want to go for, and then just go down the pallet so you can get them 500 litres. All right. I mean, you can't buy multiples, so it is just one and done. But, all right, fair enough. I mean, chuck them in, make yourself some herbicide or liquid fertilizer. Right, next up is Modern Cow Barn. This is by Pycel, 14.28 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under, as you imagine, cow barns. 64 grand to place down. It's going to hold 48 cows. So you come over here, you got your milk loading in, well, milk taking out point. We'll open up these doors, and before we go in, you will notice that they're pink. Yeah, that's because you can customize the color of the roof and the doors. So we click on customization, you know, you go for whichever one you want. You want to go for a red, you know, entirely up to you. If you've got the unlimited color mod on, you're golden. So you come in here and you've got your loading in point for your feed and your straw. We'll come out of that door and we'll spin it back round to the right, is your taking out point of your slurry. And then behind this door is going to be your animal dialogue box. So you could really, you know, back a trailer in here, go down the whole immersive route. That's all right. Fair enough. I mean, to be fair, it looks similar to the one we've seen before, but I like it. I mean, you've got the pink drainage pipe, so you got her in. Oh, why not? And next up is Cowshed. This is by Camillos 0397, 1.18 megabyte on the download, and as you can imagine, they're going to be found under cows. So we've got 8 grand for the first one, we then got 16 grand for the second one, and the third one is going to be 8.5 grand. Now the third one is the only one you can extend the pasture with the old fences. So yeah, if you want more than what's currently in there, then you're going to need to go for that one. Now they're all going to be basically the same. So you've got your manure taking out point just there. Now it does say on the website that manure can only be filled with a shovel or a trailer, as you normally would do with manure. So I don't understand what the comments for, but okay. So your loading in point is going to be for your feed and your straw just there, and obviously they're all going to be the same. So you pick whichever one you want. You want a bit of a pasture on the go, you go get one of these. If not, I mean, to be fair, they're all looking good. Now you doing? You alright, mate? Little beef burgers jumping around. And next up is Haystack Fermenter and Dryer. This is by NASA B82, 1.84 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find them, well, first one is going to be under production chains. So that's going to be your fermenter and dryer, which is, to be fair, as I placed them out, is going to be that one right there. We then got this one here, which is actually under silos. Because, yeah, these are ace. I do like the whole concept behind it. It's going to hold 1 million litres. Now, it's going to do your usual, what we call it, your straw, your grass, your silage, your chaff and your hay, that sort of, your forage equipment stuff. Yeah, you get the idea. It's going to be doing that stuff anyway. So the silo is going to be loading in and then taken out at that point. And then also, you're going to have the same sort of thing from the hay dryer fermenter thing. Now, that being said, I mean, there's no icon for the old production chain menu, but once you get close enough, you get the option in the top left-hand corner. So you're going to be able to do your grass. So that's going to, well, actually, what does that mean, grass? So it's a storage facility, all right. You got your hay going into hay, your silage. So you want your grass and 2 silage additive going into silage to make it. Then you got your chaff and then silage additive going into silage. And then you got your grass straight into silage, and then your straw, which is a storage facility. So really, it's going to be grass into silage. And then the others are just going to be a storage sort of thing. But obviously, what this is obviously it starts off there. And the more you fill it up, the more it gets bigger. And obviously, I've got a load of straw in there. I've got 500,000 litres of straw. But what I want to see is, can you put more than one thing? Obviously, the old facility, the production facility, yeah, you are going to be able to. I want to see if you can put more than one thing into the silo. So let's back this up a little. Oh, yes, we can. What colour does it go? I mean, it's currently straw yellow. Is it going to change? Is it going to have a bit of a mixture? Not really changing that much, although to be fair, I've only got 100,000 litres in the back of this. And then that's going into 500,000. But yeah, you can do it. Multi-use. Multi-crop going into there. Oh, they're ace. Right, next up is PGR Building Pack. This is by Didate96, 112.92 megabyte on the download, and this is a ridiculous amount of stuff in one pack. It goes all the way around there. So the first one is going to be under cows. It's going to cost you £160,500 to buy that. It's got a 1 million litre silo on the front. That's just ridiculous. And obviously it's going to hold 200 cows. We then come to the sheds. Yeah, so if we go up to that, we have got loads. Absolutely loads. So we'll go find the first one. Come on, where are you? Where are you first one? There you are. So there are. So 8,300 to buy. We then got this one, which is 8,200. We then got 4,300. We then got 3,955. We come across, got 7,182. And then we got 9,787. 3,3. I mean, you see, you just go down the list. These are all part of the PGA Building Pack. It's just insane. I mean, you got these buildings down here as well. And then you got these two on the end. And then to finish it off, we got these two. That's for one pack. That is just, I'd say it's too much. All right, well, I've said it. There we are. So we've got our cow barn here. Got our milk taking out point just there. We can open up these doors. We'll open up that one. Now, this is the same on both sides. You've got your loading in point for your feed and your straw in this part. And the same on the east or west wing, whichever one where you put it down. And you've got this door that opens up, obviously, drive-through option. I mean, the roof is a touch low. So bear in mind, you're not going to get a massive vehicle in there. I mean, we've got these doors as well that you can open up if you want to facilitate bringing a trailer down. We'll come around here. There's going to be your taking out point. This is a manure heap. I mean, what have we got in here? So we've got 11,000 litres. And that's all it's put down. Oh dear, oh dear. Your animal dialogue box is going to be just here. Now, this is going to hold 200 cows. That's what we got in there. There is no way to expand it. It is what it is. We'll come over here. We've got our slurry taking out point. And obviously, again, like the previous wing of the old cow barn, we've got this door that opens, drive-through option right down to the end, feed and straw go into here. Now, they can work both sides. You can chuck one in one side and one in the other, entirely up to you. You put your cows in, they go all over the shop. So you do whichever one you want. Then we got the sheds. And let's face it, there are sheds. And there's a lot of sheds. So you got different versions. You've got some with sides, some without, double wides, single, with walls, without walls. There's something for everyone on this shed. Oh, on this pack, this PGR pack. So obviously you're not going to be short on options. We'll just put it that way. Then we come down to the actual buildings themselves. Obviously these got doors that open, and once you're inside, yeah, a bit of storage. I mean, you know, it's smallish. We'll go smallish because you might get caught up on those support pillars. Then we got these two buildings here, so we'll open up the doors to them. There we are. Once inside, drive-through options on the go. Nice detail on the inside. Fair enough. It just keeps going. I mean, obviously that's the same building, but with a different decor on the outside. So that's more brickwork rather than the plaster. We then got these two as well. So these are called the concierge. I would say they're just for decoration because there's not a lot to them. But all right, fair enough. Then we got the last two buildings on here, which to be fair, I quite like. I mean, we'll open up this door like that. There you are. Once you're inside, there's your workshop trigger. Plenty of space on the go in here. Not bad at all. Obviously, open up these doors to bring your vehicle in. Then we got the same sort of thing down here, but more of a shed situation. So we'll open up that door. So we've got like two bay shed that side, and then we've got a two bay garage either side there. I mean, to be fair, all the buildings look ace. I mean, going down that route of, you know, the old PGR stuff does tend to look a little bit run down, maybe needing a bit of repair. It does fit in well with that sort of scheme. But all this in one pack though. Alright, carry on. Right, next up is Animal Food Big Bags. This is by IRL Modding, 2.83 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under bags. Right, fair enough. So we got chicken, pig, horse, sheep, and then cow food. Although to be fair, it's why is cow food wheat? Cow food should be TMR. Just saying. I mean, sheep food, that's hay. Shouldn't that be grass? I mean, a horse, oats, yes, fair enough. Pig food's pig food. Obviously, wheat going into chickens, yeah. These two, maybe not. Sheep take grass, not hay. And that should be TMR. Maybe that's going to need a bit of an update. Right, next up is the Grimme RH2460 Multifruit. This is by Juggadim, 4.87 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under Bout Systems. Now, we've seen similar things like this before. Obviously, you dump your stuff into there, it unfolds, and it puts it out into pallets. But this version is going to be a multi-fruit. So rather than just doing your sugar beets or potatoes, you could palletize anything you like. Well, any loose crop anyway, which is not bad at all. So you got 45 gram price tag and a Trelleborg BKT or Trelleborg option on the tyres. All right, palletized a bit of wheat if you want. Why not? Right, next up is the TMC Cancela TFR 250. This is by IGP, 89 kilobyte on the download, and you're going to find it under mulches. Now, what is good about this is it's going to get rid of your tree stumps like the forestry mulcher does, which is great, but it's not going to tear up your ground. It's not going to create a field for you. So if you're into that sort of thing, yeah, you just want to get rid of those trees. You know, they're in the way. This could be the thing for you. 360 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 2.5 meter working width, 6 mile an hour working speed for 89.5 grand. I mean, to be fair, when you're getting rid of trees and whatever, and you just take it a little bit too far and then plow out a little bit of a field, yeah, that's not great. And this is a solution for that. And next up is Strobe Light. This is by FA, 0.41 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them awesome under miscellaneous. I really need to put my teeth in. So we've got two different versions. We've got a one-sided and a two-sided one. The option is going to be the same on the both. You can have an orange light, a blue light, or the well, you could put that and be the police. Oh, why not? Obviously, that's the single-sided version. And you've got the double-sided version, a little bit more expensive because obviously it's got two light bulbs. Well, is it two light bulbs or just clear plastic on either side? Entirely up to you. Now, obviously, these are primarily for the role play sort of thing. You know, there's been a bit of an accident, you're doing a bit of road work, and alright, you just come along and you just cone an area off. Maybe not drop it like that. That's probably not a good idea. So we'll just, no, wrong way, come on, there we are. We'll drop it down nicely. That's better. Fair enough. Well, next up is Forestry Transportbox. This is by Woodcraft Modding, 2.76 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under forestry equipment. Now, this has got a 2.1 meter working width. Well, it's a blade. Let's face it, it's going to go on the front of your tractor and going to move some stuff out of the way. It hooks up to a 3-point, 2,450 to buy. You do have the main colour option, so currently it's black. We'll go for red. I mean, it still keeps a bit of rustiness to it. Let's go for a grey. There you are. That's more white than grey. Go for a darker grey. That's better. There we are. And you got your design colour is obviously going to do those eyelets on the front. Now, this is not just a blade. Oh no, not just a hat rack, my friend. We can lower it down if you really wanted to. And for the next bit, you'll see why. So if we do LB and up on a D-pad, unfold it, it's going to open it up. And what's inside? There's some spray cans, so we can hold what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 cans of spray. Yeah, so we can take one out and obviously just return it as well. And then around the other side is going to be your chainsaw. There we are. Oh, why not? Then just put it back in, get back in your vehicle, fold it up, and away you go. Oh, that's ace. And next up is Pack of Bale Fork. This is by David Martinez, 1.27 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under front loader tools. Now, it's going to start off at 1,700 to buy. That's going to be a 2 bale high bale spike fork, whatever one you want to call it. You then got the option for a 3 bale, so obviously adds a bit more framework. 4 goes even higher, and then back to the original 2. You then got the attacher types of front loader, telehandler, wheel loader, skid steer loader, and then front loader again. And the only colour option is going to be your design colour, which is going to do the main framework. I mean, to be fair, 4 bales, a skid steer loader, that seems a recipe for disaster. And next up is the Pöttinger Servo 25 3+1. This is by DB Modding, 2.59 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under ploughs. Now, it requires 100 horsepower from your tractor, 1.6 meter working width, 8 mile an hour working speed for 15 grand. And obviously 1.8 meter, yeah, it is going to be for your small farming shenanigans. But you know, that's looking all right. You know, a little bit of a turn plough. Yeah, get to the end of the row, flip it over, and carry on going. Why not? And next up is Self-Made Trailer. This is by Druid04, 6.23 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under trailers. Now, it's got a 4 grand price tag, although it does start off at 4 grand as a bale trailer. All right, fair enough. Now, you've got the option there, capacity 2,500 litres, so that's going to be doing all your loose croppage. You can then have it as the bale trailer again. So that's the standard version. You then got the option of your wood, or you can have it, well, let's face it, any colour you like. Then you've got your metals. Going to be those bits. All right, little trailer for knocking around the yard. I mean, I'd probably get the bale trailer one just for moving some bags around or something. But yeah, very nice. And the moment has come. It's the Autoload Pack. This is by Rowley Christie 1 VSR Modding, sir. Obviously, it is the Autoload 4 console. The first one that we've been waiting for such a long time. 19.36 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under trailers. Now, the first one is the pallet trailer, 20,000 litre capacity, 6.5 grand to buy. But it is interesting because you've got solid fertilizer, lime, seeds, pig food, oats, wheat, road salt, mineral feed, and then back to solid fertilizer. So this is going to be a single product. So if you've got your solid fertilizer one and you think, oh, you know, I want to do something else, I want to go and do some seeds, for instance, you're going to need to come back into the shop and customize it again. You got your lizard, your mitres, and then back to lizard on your tyres. Your main colour is obviously going to be your main colour, and then your rim colour is your rim colour. Now, if you don't fancy doing one of those, thinking, you know, you got some pallets from some productions, wow, there's this version. The one that I would go for every day of the week, the big bag trailer. Now, whilst it does do big bags, it also does pallets as well. fair enough. Again, you got your Lizard and your Midas on your tyres. Your main colour is going to be your main colour, and then your rim colour is going to be your rim colour. This one only holds 34,000. I say only, I mean, there's more than the previous one, but okay, fair enough. Now, also part of this pack is some stuff for you to load into it. So we've got the vegetable pallets. Obviously, you know, you can pick whichever one you want. You're going to be needing to fill those up, mind you. You got some seeds, got some liquid fertilizers, you got some poplars, some mineral feeds, square bales, round bale, square bale twine, round bale net, herbicide again, tree saplings, and then potatoes, sugarcane. You got all these pallets for your farm stuff that you're going to need to be getting on with. Now, obviously, they're great. They're going to fit in, no problem. What I want to try is what everyone's going to be using it for. Is going to be for your loading of your pallets. Now, I've gone and bought some pallets out of this old buyable silo just here. I do think it's interesting because it says on the website, you just pull up alongside. Yeah, it starts off 17 litres. Then you've got to keep coaxing it on. So we come up there like that. So we've got the option there, refill container, left stick in. So we do that. It does it a little bit. And there we are, it stopped. So we need to keep doing it again for each pallet. Now when I first just got this out, I had to keep moving the vehicle backwards and forwards because it would like stop halfway through a pallet, which is a little bit random. I don't know if like we've done now, have we? So we've got 12,983 in there. I mean, that pallet's gone in. Alright, maybe it's just something I was doing. But you gotta come up and you obviously got your press your left stick in to refill it. Then once you've done that, obviously you're gonna want to unload it somewhere. So you just do you know what? We're just gonna sell this flour straight off. Now you can only do one thing at a time, but you don't have to go back into the shop and customize it again. Now if you do anything under 1,000 litres, say like you got one pallet in there, then you go and load something else, yeah, you're gonna overload into that thing. So when I first got this out, here's what I mean. I put a pallet of cakes in and I put the flour on top, and it just wiped the cakes out, just turned it into flour. So just bear that in mind. So we're over the sell point, RB&Y, sell it all off, jobs are good, and there you are. You haven't even got to worry about moving the pallets into the spawn point. That is awesome. Game changer for console, 100% yes. And next up is the Dangreville B10 2. This is by 76 Max, 5.53 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under Animal Transport. Now, it's only going to cost you 9,800 to buy, and obviously, it's going to be, if you fancy going and getting your animals from the old animal dealer rather than just having them delivered, save yourself a bit of cash, then you're going to be taking 5 cows, 10 pigs, and 10 sheep. There is no options, comes as it is. That being said, you want to move some animals around? Yeah, jobs are good with this one. And next up is the Lizard Penta line. This is by Sir Vertex, 41.69 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find these under planters. So it's going to be doing your standard planter shenanigans. Now, the only difference between all 5 of these is going to be your working width and horsepower requirement. So the first one is going to be your 2.3 meter working width. You then got a 3.1, a 4 meter, a 5 meter, and then a 6 meter on the end. Now, all the options are going to be the same. So we're going to go for the 6 meter because, you know, bigger is better. So this has got 130 horsepower requirement for me tractor. It's going to run at 8 miles an hour. Going to cost you 34 grand. You then got the inoculant tanks. Yes or no. So you can do seed and fertilizer, which is all right. Then got planting markers. Yes or no. So that's obviously the ridge markers. You then got the model 2008, 2010, 2012, 2023, and then back to 2008. So I suppose it's going to change the labels that are now blocked by the tanks, but all right, fair enough. So lights, standard. We then got signal lights. Let's spin it around the back. Where's the... Oh, it's on the old handrail on the signs there. Okay, fair enough. Work lights. Are they going to be on the front? I'm not quite seeing anything. I've seen the whole thing moving around, but I mean, you got the side lights and then they disappear. I'd imagine they're in there somewhere. I just can't see them. Right, fair enough. Signaling work lights. Okay, work lights number 2. Signaling work lights number 2. And then back to the original. Then got the GPS and Gyroflex. So with Gyroflex, what's that doing? Is it going to be something underneath? I'd imagine it is. I mean, it's going to be a planter at the end of the day. In that whole scheme of things with the game, it's not going to do much difference. But okay. You then got GPS. Now again, this oh, it's got that there. So GPS right in the middle of the handrail. Gyroflex is still not coming up with anything. Oh, I've seen something there. Right there. Just above the old lizard bit. Okay, whatever they're supposed to be. I mean, really? What's right, yeah, carry on. So we've got line spacing, we've got 45 centimetre, we've got 45 centimetre with enumerated boxes. Alright, so it puts numbers on the boxes. 90 centimetre spacing. And then you got 90 centimetre with numbers on the boxes, and then back to 45 centimetres. So it can be doubling or halving the rows. Fair enough. Now, here we go. The Cambio set design. So you've got round with tamps. All right, let's what's that doing? I can see something there. Right there. So those like black sections. There we are. So it's currently round with tamps, square with tamps. All right, we'll carry on. I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. Then you got cover canvas. So you got yes or no. It's going to be putting that cover on. Really? All right, fair enough. Seed bags, yes or no. That's just going to be a decorative, to be fair. You then got hitch height. So you've got 1, 2, 3, and then back to number 1. Rear toe hitch height. So we've got yes. Well, not rear toe hitch height. Rear toe hitch, yes or no. So you could potentially pull like a sprayer behind, maybe. Something like that. Cutting systems. You've got discs. We've got knife button. We then got disarm, knife, button, disarm. And then back to discs again. You got the main colour is going to be your main colour. And then your fertilizer boxes, obviously they're going to be the boxes. You then got your box covers. So we'll go with purple on those. Going to do those bits. Your seed boxes, obviously going to be your seed boxes. And then you got your cover canvas colour. So that one little bit, it's got its own colour option. Really? All right, fair enough. So that's going to do the tanks on the front. And you got your rim colour, which is going to be your rims. Now, to be fair, if you go for the standard one, the standard one looks ace. A ton of stuff, potentially not really needed, but all right, you go for it. I mean, I'd go with a 6 metre every day of the week, but all right, carry on. Well, next up is the Lizard YT193. This is by Pascal Counts, 7.9 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under trucks. Now, this is going to be one, if you're not really taking it out on the road, you've got like a truck yard, you need to move some trailers around. This is the sort of thing you would normally be using in real life. So, it's got 195 horsepower engine, 37 mile an hour top speed, and 63 grand. You do have the option of configurations. You've got standard, or we can have a trailer hitch on the back. You then got engine setups of 195, then goes up to 225, then back to 195. Your main colour is going to be those bits. Your design colour is going to do those bits, and your rim colour is obviously going to do your rims. Now, if you didn't fancy having a diesel version, there is an electric version, same options as before, but this comes as a standard 225 horsepower. You can still have the trailer hitch on the back. Now, what I think's ace about this is obviously you've got a few shenanigans on the go, but you've got one in particular. Dear oh dear. So obviously, you know, trailers, different trailers have different heights for their attaching points. So you can raise it up to where you need to. That is ace. Right, next up is the JCB Hydradig 110W. This is by Ross and Mods, 31.24 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under excavators. Now, this has got 173 horsepower engine, 24 mile an hour top speed for 190 grand. You can then change the wheel brands. You've got Michelin, Trelleborg, BKT, Vredestein, and back to Michelin again. And on the Trelleborg, you have got the wides and you got the twins. Interesting. Then come down, you got beacon strobes, you got yes or no. So it's going to be putting those on the front. Then you got green beacons, yes or no. So that's going to be putting that on the roof. And your attacher type, 110W or 220X. Yeah, that's interesting because we have got some things in this pack that are all 110W. So I'd imagine there's going to be another pack that's going to hold those as well. You then got your main colour is going to be obviously your main colour. And then you got your rim colour is going to be your rims. Now, this is interesting because we've got a few things as well that goes with it. And you've got your trenching bucket, 800 litre capacity for £4,000. We've also got a GP bucket, 110W, so 1200 litre capacity on that one for £5,000. We've also got the grading bucket, so that's got 1600 litre capacity and for £6,000. And then we've got this bit on the end, tilt rotator, 10,000. And I think it's a must, to be fair, because once you've got it all hooked up and attached, yeah, make sure you're on the right one, because this is interesting. Right stick up and down, it's going to move it left to right like that. Left stick left and right, it's going to twist it round. That is something different indeed, I must admit. And obviously you've got to cycle through, you know, and you've got your usual movement on it as well. And once you get to the actual vehicle itself, you do have to cycle through. You got the levelers there, you know, RB, and LB and RB and right stick up and down. Going to do the front one, LB and right stick left and right. Going to put the supports down, and then you got your usual movement of the cranes once you're on the arm. But that is ace. Right, next up is the Zetor TKL 81 Turbo. This is by Wolfex Modding, 5.9 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under, well, it's saying under winches. It's going to be under forestry equipment, let's face it. 115 horsepower engine, 17 mile an hour top speed, and it can pull 65 ton. Wow. Wow, indeed. That is a lot of trees you're going to be pulling out of the forest. So it starts off at $45,000 to buy. That's with some decals, some old decals on. You do have the option of Continental, Michelin, Mitas, Trelleborg, Vredestein, then back to Continental on the tyres. We've got some narrows, wides, narrow tyres again, and then back to the original. You've got decals, you've got your old, you've got your new, and then back to nothing even. Warning stripes are number 1, number 2, then back to nothing. Main colour is going to do those bits. You then got your design colour, it's going to do those bits. You then got your door colour, which is going to do obviously the door, and then your rim colour is going to be your rims. And next up is the Case Quadtrac AFS Connect. This is by Hans, 37.77 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it on the large tractors. Look at the state of it. 524 horsepower engine, 24 mile an hour top speed, 506 grand to buy. Then got the option to change the engine output, so we can go up to 558, then up to 613, 647, 692, and then back to 524. Now go for the 692 every day of the week. And we got the option of crawler tracks broad. Oh, yes. Yes, go for the broad ones. They look much better. You then got your designs. You've got your EU or your US. So obviously EU has the warning signs on. The US has the indicator stalks. Then you've got GPS screen. So spin it back round. So we've got yes or no. It's going to put that up by your right shoulder. And you've got your cooling box. You got yes or no in there. Right, next up is the map Waseca Co Minnesota. This is by Matzy Modding, 109.01 megabyte on the download. And there's some things I would say you need to keep a lookout for anyway. But the thing you don't need to keep a lookout for is required mods, because there is 0, which is great. Now, if you're coming on New Farmer, you're going to use 1,056 slots. And also, if you're coming on New Farmer, you're going to be owning a bit of land. And you're owning specifically Area 3, well, Field 3 and 19. Although, to be fair, number 1's in that field as well, which is a little bit random. Maybe that field needs to be split in 2. But definitely, I mean, 19 is it's saying the whole field, but you got number 1 in there as well, which is actually the lake. Yeah, and we might go take a look at that in a minute, because that's quite interesting. But obviously, for New Farmer, you're going to be starting off in the middle. Now, obviously, you've got your house just here. So we've got our sleep trigger there. We can open the house. Oh, Oh, indeed. So in we go. And we've got a little bit of a toilet there. So you go for a poo in there. That's all right. We've got this little back door that opens as well. We'll come around. We've got a little bit of a seating area. I mean, our wardrobe trigger is out on the patio. There we are. Obviously, get dressed in the morning sunshine because, you know, why not? When we have got the stairs upstairs, well, as you can imagine, upstairs, and you've got a bathroom in there, and coming in here is going to be your bedroom. It's a question of why the sleep trigger and the wardrobe trigger is outside when there's a bathroom and a bedroom here. Okay, fair enough. We'll take a jump off the balcony, why not? So we're going to come around here, and we've got our silo. Now, you have got the conveyor that's going to put it in the top. You might need something to take it out the bottom. But we've got a little bit of a storage shed in here as well, with some more of your equipment. We'll come around this side, and we've got a fuel tank. So that is going to hold 5,000 litres. And then come around here, and we've got a cow barn. So we've got our loading in point, and your straw goes into there. Down this end is going to be your slurry taking out point, which means I've walked past the animal dialogue box and the milk trigger. There we go. So there's your animal dialogue box just there. So that's going to hold 57 cows. And then you've got your milk taking out point just there. We'll spin it back round this way. I mean, you've got some bags of stuff here as well. Oh, we've got some solid fertilizer. We've got some seeds ready to go. That's always a welcome bonus, I must admit. We've got a little bit of a storage shed in there. Oh, some more decorations. Can we have... This looks like you can go inside. No, but maybe not. Just for decoration. Okay, fair enough. Now we need to hop over that fence. There we are. We're going to come up here. And we've got this shed here as well, which is a little bit interesting. Come over there because it's outside your fence, which is a little bit random. But you can open it anyway. And your window is there. Now, obviously, part of field land number 1 that we was looking at is this lake. And what's interesting about this is it's got like, I don't know, is it, what is it? Soybeans growing in it. But as you get further down, it then grows into the lake. Maybe that's just a bit of water reed. Let's take a look. Come on, run down. Oh, we're still in the field. We haven't got to the lake yet. There we go. So now we're going into the lake. Yeah, we're in the water. Oh, I'm in the reeds. I can't even see where I'm going. There we are. Out into the lake. We've got some water reeds growing in there. I'm not quite sure if you could harvest them. Probably not. I don't think that's in the game, mind you. But interesting. A little bit of decoration. Yeah, why not? Now, obviously, we're taking a little look around the start farm. And you've seen a bit of equipment. So what do we start with? Well, we've got the Agromaz POV 5XL. Conveyor 1690. The Great Plains Solid Stand 1500, the International Series 200, the John Deere 3650, the John Deere 980, the Krone Swadro TS 970, the RA 142, the Massey Ferguson MF 1840, the Massey Ferguson MF 7S 210, the Massey Ferguson MF 8570, the Massey Ferguson MF 8570 header, the Rudolph TDK 301 RP, and the Vermeer TM 1410. Now, to be fair, you don't normally see a lot of Vermeer stuff on the start farms, but all right, fair enough. Now, obviously, apart from the lake that's got probably some reeds growing in it, there is some other things you may need to keep an eye out for, and it's going to be the ditches around the road. So you see, as you get a little bit further away, you can see it before the foliage comes in on the old draw distance. Yeah, there's something there you may need to be keeping an eye out for. Maybe a little bit of a challenge. Obviously, your AI workers, they're gonna crash into them. You can guarantee it. I mean, it's like there again, another little lake, pond-ish, whatever you want to call it, with some reeds growing in it. I like that little bit of detail. Very nice. So definitely one for potentially doing yourself. Yeah, or keep an eye on your AI workers. Either way, it's looking good. And the last mod for the day is the map North Frisian 25. This is by Sir Jockey 80 and Joggy. 303.88 megabyte on the download. I'm going to say this right now. There is 30 required. You heard that right. 30 required mods. I'll pop them up on the screen now. And that's a lot. That is a lot to be down. I mean, it's not the most we've ever seen, but it's right up there. 30. Man alive. Right, so once we've got past that, the 30 mod requirement, you're going to be coming on, well, if you're coming on New Farmer, that is, you're going to be using 1,976, which is, that's still quite up there as well, I must admit. And then obviously, you're going to be owning some land. And what you do own is very spread out on the map. So you start your farm journey right here, number 254. You also own land number 3, number 21, number 24, 33, what's that one? 38. Then we come down and we've got this little area, 233 in the middle. So you are definitely going to be here, there, and everywhere on the map, especially if you come on to New Farmer. Right, dear oh dear. So obviously your start farm is right here. So we're going to come over to the right hand side, and we've got our cow pen. So we'll open up this door, because you've got this little, you know, garage part just there for you. So obviously your milk taking out point just there. Your feed is going to go into that bit. Your straw is going to go into that bit. Animal dialogue box just here. So that is going to hold 50 cows. Slurry taking out point just there. We then got a little bit of a lean-to. We've got a shed. It's going to be one of those concertina doors, isn't it? Yep, don't get strapped in there. You then got a, oh, it's a biinable silo. All right, Karma 16. So what can we put in there? Solid fertilizer and lime and seeds and mineral feed. Jobs are good. And so how much does that hold? 10,000? No, 100,000. Oh, that's not bad. Oh, 100,000 litre capacity on there. Spin it back round and we got a cow barn. So you got your slurry taking out point, your animal dialogue box just there. Come on, there you are. That's it. So that's going to hold 140 cows. 25 already in. I haven't put those in. That is all right. And obviously your feed and your straw is going to be loading at that point. And we'll come around here. And it's got the open side on it as well. So there's some outside chilling. A nice sunny day. Because, you know, why not? And down this end is obviously going to be your slurry taking out point, which is going to be by this back door, which the trailer is going to be parked over, I'd imagine. Oh, you got your milk taking out point. I know slurry's up the other end, wasn't it? Right, got you. Fair enough. Then you got a manure heap just here as well. Obviously, got your taking out point for your trailer just there. Spin it back round, and we've got this building, which, to be fair, is all right. It's got a little bit of a hayloft style porch on there, if that's what you want to call it. We'll go with that anyway. We then got this building, which is interesting because you've got to come out the gates to get into it. But all right, fair enough. I mean, you've got a few pieces of equipment over there. All right, no worries. And then we'll come around here and we've got our sleep trigger and we've got our wardrobe trigger right by the main road, taking your trousers off. Dear oh dear. Oh, why not? Why not indeed? I mean, we've got to skip at the front. Just for good measure. Okay, so now I've had a little look around the old start farm. What about the equipment that we've seen as we've been taking a little trip round? Oh, we've got quite a bit, to be fair. We've got the Agromaz POV 5XL, the Albert Bale Spike, the Albert Pallet Fork, the Albert Universal Bucket, the Brantner Z18051/2XXL Powerflex, the Class Evian 450, Class Vario 620, the Alma's Manufacturing Ravage, the FarmTech DPW 1800, the Flegel PFW 18000 Maxline Plus, the Horsch Credo 3, the Horsch Versa, the Hardy Mega 1200L, the John Deere 3650, the John Deere 6R145, the John Deere C441R, RA142, the Kubota R640, the Nardi N40BX, the Samaz KDF 341S, the Samaz P8890, the Samaz XT390, the Samaz Z2840H, and the Skoda Kodiak. Now, this map is based in Germany, sort of European style one, and there is a couple of different areas you could potentially use as a start farm rather than the standard start farm one, but there is a few areas you may want to keep an eye out for, because these little rivers and streams, I think they're gonna they're gonna take out your AI workers, no problem. So maybe do these fields on your own. I mean, that's just if you can get past the whole 30 required mods situation. But apart from that, it's looking all right. I mean, the ditches out in northern Germany, I'd say more like Holland or the Netherlands, depending on how you want to call it. I mean, you've got a little bit of forestry in the middle. But yeah, I'd do it myself. I don't think I'd trust a an AI worker to navigate these waterways on their own. Just saying. We've got a couple of updates as well. She's got the new Holland TX32 by Poscap, the additional fill types by Wessel, and a camo tent by Squiggles.